So, good morning, y'all. Access 228, your host, Anthony Oxenholt. I know I said this was a local show, and I would love to keep it local, but some things you just have to, you got to call a spade. It's that simple. And this is one of those times. So, I was listening to one of my radio shows that I've listened to for, I don't know, probably 25 or better years. Off the Hook. It's run by 2600. It's a hacker magazine, basically. But they also get political too, just a little bit. And guy's name is Emmanuel Goldstein. Yes, he takes his name from George Orwell. Great guy. Like I said, I've listened to him for years, and usually they're talking about technology and, you know, things like that, which is why I was listening to it. I'm, you know, a little bit into technology myself. But then they decided that they were going to talk about this woman who, I don't know if this is her real name or if this is just a name that the media is calling her, but everybody's calling her Marissa. Don't know her last name. Apparently she had just moved from Maryland to Oklahoma. Two weeks after she moves from Maryland to Oklahoma, her house gets raided by ICE. They took her phones, I believe laptops, tablets, took all of her life savings, pulled them out of the bed early in the morning. The reason she was raided was, I guess, ICE and the U.S. Marshals were looking for previous occupants of the house. So I don't know if you can really call it a wrong house raid. But my question is why'd they take her shit? Obviously, I'm sure she had proof that she had just moved from Maryland. I don't know how old the information was, and I don't claim to know anything about how ICE does, except ICE shouldn't exist, in my opinion. I put a lot of bad people in cages, and I've never had the inclination to lock somebody up simply for being born in the wrong country. But I say, if you want to come over here and make a better life for yourself, by all means, come on. And if you notice, most of the ICE raids take place while people are at work. Gee, imagine that. You know, because your average American's too lazy to get off their ass and get a job anymore. Call it as I see it, and I don't really care who I offend. That being said, and they do jobs that, let's be honest, we don't want to do. Call me a liar, I dare you. Anyway, so this woman had her shit taken, middle of the night raid, probably a no-knock warrant. I don't know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I haven't seen any video, so I don't know. Pulled this woman and her kids out very scantily clad. I mean, hell, they were asleep. I don't know about y'all. I sleep naked, straight up. You know, the house catches on fire, I might have to go put some britches on, or I might be outside naked. I'm a grown-ass man. I do what I want. I sleep how I want. You know, as Americans, we have that right. So, when I hear that government agents are raiding and stealing, and if you take from me, you are a thief. Left this woman with nothing, no phones, so she can't call anybody and say, hey, can I get a few dollars? The federal government just come in here and stole all my money. And here's the beautiful thing. I know somebody said, well, you know, she can go to court and get it back. That's not how civil asset forfeiture works. Yeah, she can go to court, but how long is it going to take? Years? This woman wasn't even charged with a crime. She never committed a crime, as far as I know. She just simply made the choice to move into the wrong house that just so happened to be on ICE's radar. I'm seeing more and more and more of these goddamn raids out here by federal agents or federal task force or state local officials operating under the guise of federal task force. And let me tell y'all something. I'm not a lawyer. This ain't legal advice, but I do listen to a lot of lawyers and I read. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I could probably pass the bar in the state of Mississippi if they'd let me take it. Challenge accepted, state legislature, if you want to take that pesky law school requirement out of it. I can file a 1983 civil rights case against the local government, local police department, if they violate my rights. You know who's exempt from a 1983 civil rights case? The federal government itself. Now, I'm still stupid enough to believe that the founding fathers, when we declared our independence from a tyrant 3,000 miles away named King George III back in 1776, I'm pretty certain that they did not want us to be subjected to government actors who we couldn't even hold accountable. I'm fairly certain that this is not their vision of what this country should be. And my question is why 300 million Americans aren't screaming right now and saying this is bullshit? Why are we not standing up and saying, hey, this is wrong. No. You work for me. And if you wrong me, I have the right to hold you accountable. But we don't have the right to hold the federal fucking government accountable. That's a fucking travesty, y'all. Hands down, nothing short of a travesty. You want the truth? You'll get it here. This ain't ABC. This ain't Fox News. This ain't CNN. This is me telling you the truth. And if y'all think I'm joking, y'all go ahead, y'all call a lawyer. Call any of them. You try to take the government to task on them doing some fuck shit, the federal government, there's only a small, very specific set of circumstances that you can sue the federal government. Brings me in mind of a movie that I watched. It's an old movie, came out in, I'm calling it a movie that came out in 1993, an old movie. I guess that means I'm old. But it's a movie called The Firm. It's either 92 or 93. It's actually a movie made after a John Grisham book. And the guy that was playing, I don't know a bunch of actors' names. I know Tom Cruise and Gene Hackman was in it. The guy that was playing the FBI agent made a comment in that movie. Something to the effect of, I could knock your fucking teeth down your throat, yank them out your ass, and I'm not even violating your civil rights. Up until recently, I thought that was just Hollywood. But looking around and doing my own research, I have found out that's actually true. The federal government can knock your teeth down your throat and yank them out your ass, and they're not even violating your civil rights. Do you know why that is? Because we allow it. We are 300 million Americans strong. I'm not advocating overthrowing the government. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. Don't put me in that category. I'm a peaceful man. I believe in the law and order. I believe in the rule of law, but I believe that everybody should be held accountable. I should be held accountable. You should be held accountable. And our government should be held accountable. And if we can't hold them accountable, then we're living in tyranny. Period. The way this country looks right now is not the way the founding fathers wanted this country to look. I'm sure of it. I'm convinced. Thomas Paine, we need you now. So that being said, how do we fix this? Well, let me tell you how we fix it. You call Mike Ezell. You call Roger Wicker. You call Cindy Hyde-Smith. Granted, I don't expect too much out of Cindy Hyde-Smith or Roger Wicker. Mike Ezell, I have faith in. I supported him. I supported him when he was the sheriff of Jackson County. I still support him. But why are we at this point? Why hasn't somebody called up and said, hey, we need to hold our federal government accountable? Everybody knows the federal government does some fucked up shit. You want proof? Waco. You want more proof? Ruby Ridge. Why is this even a question? You want even more proof? Edward Snowden. Why is this even a question? I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all, if y'all are watching, y'all are as outraged as I am. But a lot of y'all are go along to get along types. I'm here to tell you that is the absolute wrong attitude to have. If you want to go along to get along, you're failing yourself. Not only are you failing yourself, you're allowing yourself and your neighbors and everybody else in this country to get screwed. This needs to stop. Y'all think about it. Access 228, Anthony Oxenholm.